Bless you, Miss Mansa. Bless you, that was a big sneeze for a big kitty. That was a big sneeze for a big kitty. And you two are lions, but you are not the stars of today's live post. But you are a good segue, Leo and Mansa. Welcome, everyone. G'day, Stephen. Thanks for joining us here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, here on a live post. That's Leo and Mansa, two of our resident lions, and on today's live post, we're going to talk about two other of our resident lions who had a cat move last week, and we haven't got an update on them yet, so we're going to check in on Wally and Marlene in their new habitat right behind me in Feline Meadows. We actually have caretaking manager Teresa, who's here, and she's actually going to feed those two their meal today, so we'll be seeing that as well. But Leo and Mansa, Leo just kind of plopped down there, but Leo and Mansa have been rather strategically hanging out on this side of their habitat over the past week because they've been very curious about their new neighboring lions across the way, Wally and Marlene. And that's Henry and Haley, the bobcats habitat on our side of us, and then that would be Wally Marlene's new habitat on the other side. And we'll obviously get a closer look at that in just a moment. But it's always fun, and you've heard us talk about this on live posts and Facebook posts, is kind of the cat enrichment or cat TV that a lot of our residents get. Being able to get up high and see their fellow Wild at Heart residents, it really acts as a way to kind of stimulate them, and that's done exactly that for Leo and Mansa. They've been very curious about what those two lions are doing over there. They're just living life. Hey, good morning, Maria. Thanks for joining us. Let's say hello to some folks here. Hey, Tina. Howdy, Laura. Hey, good morning, Rachel. Thanks for joining us. Hope everyone's excited to see Wally and Marlene in just a moment. Hey, Jill Abbott. Thank you for the stars. Same to you, Lauren K. Fun new feature to donate here to the Wildcat Sanctuary. 1 star equals 1 cent. Good morning, Lois and beautiful lions, she says. They are beautiful indeed. Another thing why Mansa is at attention there is because caretaker Teresa, like I mentioned, is over in the Feline Meadows building. So she sees the golden UTV, the food truck. Hey, morning, Megan. Thank you for joining us. Andrea Cooper, good morning to you. All the way from Australia, all the way from down under. Hey, Chloe Beal, thanks for joining us. And good morning to you, Nancy. Hey, Cheryl. And good morning, Stephanie H. And a good morning, Evelyn. I always do my best to welcome everyone. And Reverend John Nugent, thank you for the stars right off the bat. We are looking forward to seeing Wally and Marlene on this morning's live post. Those two had a habitat move along with Tigress Winona, who you saw, who's a little bit closer to Dash. And that move did include some of our witness protection cats. You guys know our witness protection program for residents that have ongoing court cases that we are not able to reveal their identity for legal reasons. So those moves included some of our witness protection cats, and it was definitely a busy week and last week, so we're looking forward to checking in with Wally and Marlene and seeing how they're doing. Obviously, they're doing great in their new space. Those guys really roll with the punches. Obviously, they still have the big free roaming habitat like they're always used to, and of course the company of one another that Wally and Marlene really do cherish. Ashley C saying, always got to keep an eye on the neighbors. And I've been laughing to myself because we posted a photo of Leo and Mansa keeping an eye on their neighbors over this past weekend. And I kept laughing to myself going over the comments about how people were like, I wouldn't want my new neighbors looking at me like that. The stare of an apex predator. So that was always funny to see. Good morning, Elizabeth S. Thanks for joining us all the way from California. Same to you, Betty. Oh, and I hear the click-clack of Teresa. Hey, Teresa, we're just hanging out with Leo and Mansa. I know that those two need to be separated for feeding, so do you just want to get them in their shift and I'll walk over? Yeah. Awesome, thank you. Yeah, thank you. All right, and that's caretaker Teresa, lead caretaker, actually caretaking manager, I should correct myself, who's helping us out this morning on a live post. So we'll be linking up with her in just a moment, Wally and Marlene. Miss Marlene can get a little fussy over her meals, just like Leo and Mansa. They're separated for feeding. Same with Wally and Marlene. They're separated for feeding just to make sure nobody gets possessive with one another. They are cats. They are apex predators, and we don't want anybody to get a scratch or get hurt just because they're upset about their food. So Teresa's going to go shift one of them into their shift, and the other one will be in their yard, and then we'll go walk right on over there. And you can see, I don't think Leo and Mansa have glanced even once at the paparazzi over here. Like I said, they are all eyes towards Wally and Marlene. Walleen, as I like kind of calling him, a Bradgelina connection there. Helen G is saying, I love seeing the lions during Leo time. My birthday last Wednesday and collect lion stuff. Hey, you're a Leo. That's great to hear, Helen. Happy birthday as well. It's always great to see those chill lions. Hey, Betty Winter saying, your cats always look happy. Thank you, Betty. It's obviously because of people like you who support us here at the Wildcat Sanctuary that enable us to give the life that our cats live. So thank you for saying that, and thank you everyone for your support in making that possible. Yeah. All right, let's go check in on Wally and Marlene. One big zoom out so you can see the big free roaming habitat that Leo and Mansa have. Look at those clouds. It is a spectacular day here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. That's like a computer background worthy shot right there. All right, here I come, Teresa. They are ready. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And if you're just joining us, everyone, we kicked off the post with Leo and Mansa, who have been at attention observing their lion neighbors hanging out in that spot of their habitat. And now we're going to check out Wally and Marlene's habitat. Hey, Teresa. And see how they've been doing. I've been able to take photos of them, and caretakers are obviously making observations with new moves like this. And so far, so good, Teresa. It seems like they're really kind of coming into their own. Awesome.
They've been enjoying this yard, and Wally has been rubbing all over these trees.
Yes, we know Wally loves rubbing on his trees. And so, like I said, these two have been separated for feeding. And so it looks like Miss Marlene's up first. Yummy, pretty lady.
I know, you tell me. Hey, sweetheart.
I always like everyone being able to hear kind of the grunting that comes from a lion when they're feeding. We'll be right over there, Mr. Wally. We haven't forgotten about you, big boy.
He says, chop, chop, Teresa.
Yeah, chop, chop, chop.
Chop, chop. Who is that? The service.
And how much are Wally and Marlene eating these days?
So Marlene is probably getting about 4 pounds a day.
Okay.
And then Wally is about, right now, about 7 pounds a day. Their appetites ebb and flow throughout the seasons and throughout the year, just like ours do. Marlene, her metabolism isn't as fast as Wally's, which is why she doesn't need as much to kind of sustain herself.
That's it, pretty lady. She says,
I need more, Teresa.
all you cats just want to keep on asking for more food. Yes, thank you. And Wally and Marlene are also geriatric cats, Teresa. I'll let you feed Mr. Wally, and then we'll talk a little bit more.
And so Wally, to me, is a very vocal cat when he eats. But that's a good thing. He's a lion. He's being who he should be.
Exactly.
He's always been a little bit more vocal as he eats his food. Come on. Are you ready? But yeah, we keep them separated just because it's kind of when they're feeding. We always want to make sure that there's no fighting. And
yep, exactly.
in the wild, the food would be one of the main reasons why they would have an argument.
Exactly. That's Teresa just explaining about the inherent tendencies of a big cat and their willingness to be possessive over food. So that's exactly why we have these two separated. You guys see us use our lockouts and all types of means to make sure our cats are being fed safely.
they're also enjoying their neighbors, Henry and
That's
Haley.
also true. I was going to mention that. And also, I was going to mention, while we're still talking about their diet, that Wally and Marlene are considered geriatric cats and on our comfort care program. And they do get medications for arthritis that comes with old age and other kind of joint supplements as well. Oh, he says, yummy. That's the good stuff, isn't it? And we'll let Wally finish up his meal, and then maybe we'll catch up. Teresa will obviously give him access to their full yard, and we'll catch up with Miss Marlene, who's touring around here. She's probably going to come up and say, hey, you got any more of that good stuff? Oh, it's potty time.
Privacy, please.
Privacy, please. I will give you that. Thanks for taking a moment to help us out, Teresa. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for doing this for them and for them tuning in just to see how they're doing.
Yeah. And so is Marlene like Mansa, where she's got to go and inspect that, you know, no scraps were left? So we'll give them a moment. Maybe I'll look behind. I see Haley the bobcat. We'll wait for Marlene to go into the shift and inspect. And it's always worth emphasizing. Oh, I thought I saw a bobcat walking through there. It's always worth emphasizing that our cats have 24/7 access to their indoor bedroom, the central animal building, which has their indoor bedroom, which is attached to their free roaming habitat. And so it's up to our cats to take on their own volition. Hey, they want to spend time inside, they want to spend time outside. The best part is that we have options for them. And especially 2 lions, you think about a sanctuary in Minnesota during the winter months, the fact that they have an indoor space that's heated 24/7, 365, it's going to make sure that they're staying nice and comfortable. Oh, just a little extra snibble for you, Marlene. She says, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, look at your new house. This is a big free roaming habitat for 2 big, beautiful lions. Welcome everyone. Rather extended live post today, hanging out with Wally and Marlene, who just got to... Oh, I apologize. I understand. This is your space, mister, and I apologize. That was Mr. Wally telling me that, hey, this is my habitat and you need to respect my space. And Mr. Wally, I wouldn't have it any other way, so I apologize for upsetting you. Yeah, you're the boss. You're the boss, and here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, we wouldn't have it any other way. So, mister, I'm going to head this way. And you can tell me off as much as you want. And Mr. Wally will never, ever, ever be punished for acting like a lion, because that's exactly what he is. And he's entitled to acting like a lion. And it's really something like that is to dovetail on and just emphasize that Wally and Marlene and the residents here at the Wildcat Sanctuary are not pets. They are wild animals. And it's moments like that that remind us and that are well-deserved, Wally. Ooh, that's tasty, isn't it, pretty lady? Yes, it is. And we do have the pool set out for them, but I've been keeping an eye on it. I've seen Marlene using it as a big drinking bowl. But hey, at least we're still giving them an option. If they do want to take a dip, they definitely can. Let's look at some comments here. I see someone asking, do you ever put the food in their habitat and let them eat? Yep. We've mentioned this a few times on live posts that we have kind of various methods. We'll do scatter feeding where they do get some of their diet that's fed to them traditionally like you just saw, but we'll place the remainder of their diet around their habitat for them to forage around and get a little exercise and stimulate their minds a little bit as well. Are you the king of the jungle, Mr. Wally? It's been a blast spending time with these two. Glad that they are at home and Wally's being protective of his new space because he knows that it's exactly that, his. And we all know Wally loves his trees and looks like that one's been well loved. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Mr. Wally, Miss Marlene, glad you're enjoying yourselves. Thank you again, Teresa, for helping out today. We're actually going to be doing another live post later this afternoon with Mr. Marcus, so everyone can look forward to that. But again, thank you so much for tuning in today, and we're glad we got to check in with Mr. Wally and Miss Marlene today. Thank you, everyone.